Today, I'm going to take you on a journey to one of our artificial reefs called BP25. I know you're gonna love it. Sit tight, let's get started. So Myrtle Beach has beautiful dive sites for scuba divers to come in on vacation, or even us locals to go out on and enjoy the beauty of our ocean here. A lot of artificial reefs, some natural wrecks, some Civil War wrecks, World War II wrecks. It's all beautiful, it's all fun.
At my favorite little dive shop in Myrtle's Inlet, Express Water Sports. About to check in. Looks like our dive is on.
So it all starts with a trip to the dive shop. You've gone online, you've booked your trip, or you've stopped by the dive shop, said, hey, put me on the boat. So we show up here. I always use Express Water Sports in Myrtle's Inlet. It's my favorite place to go. It's close to my home. It's just real easy, but it's real good. The staff there is excellent. They've always treated me well. I have nothing negative to say about them. And so it's a blast. We get to the dive shop, we take a short walk across the street and load up on the boat. Now, Myrtle's Inlet itself is actually an inlet. It is an estuary. It is 100% salt water. When you're on the marsh walk, when you take the boat ride out, you're completely in salt water.
And you can have fire extinguishers on board, 2 down below, 1 upstairs. We'll use those to put out anything smoking, whether it's the boats or in the passengers. So we are a program with our staff. I see that the next skill is anything ordinary.
And the boat ride out on the dive boat is about a 10 to 15 minute boat ride before we actually hit the jetties and are able to go full throttle, head out into the ocean. Now, it's a pretty good drive to the dive sites. Our nearest dive site that you're going to be able to get on is called 11 Mile Reef, which is 11 miles offshore. This one today is 40-ish miles. It's a lot deeper. So it's about a 2.5 hour boat ride. So you get to know your fellow divers. You get to ask a lot of questions from the locals. And you just get to enjoy the boat ride. So yes, we are in the middle of the, well, not exactly in the middle, but we are way out in the ocean, no land in sight, a long boat ride. The staff there is great. They get us anchored up, put us on the dive site, give us a report, tell us the visibility, currents, protocol for being on their dive boat, all those good things, and we hit the water. Now on this day, we hit the water and the top 60 feet was amazing. It was clear, it was beautiful, it was that Caribbean blue water. But we go through the thermocline at about 60 feet, you get about a 10-degree temperature difference in the water, and it goes to that typical green South Carolina water with about 20 foot of good visibility, which is normal here. If you can dive here, you can dive anywhere. That's what I've always heard. The visibility was about 20 feet. Now, to explain the BP-25, it is an artificial reef. It is an oiler, what they call an oiler, which is a vehicle or a ship that carried oil, petroleum products, big tanker. And so as it sank, it turned upside down, which for some reason, I think all of our oilers here in our area are upside down for whatever reason. There are some subway cars. When the visibility is good, you can see them and you can swim to them. On this dive today, not so much. The visibility was lower. We couldn't really see any, so I didn't get any footage from inside the subway cars. But you can see the oiler here itself. It's beautiful, it's fun. I did have my spear gun, was trying to do some spear fishing, was not seeing really anything. Now, before we got in the water, captain of the boat, Ryan Beal, who's awesome, took all of us spear fishermen aside. There were a good bit of us, like 6 or 8 of us. And he was like, okay, listen, here are our numbers. Here's what we're probably going to see. The boat is responsible for this. So he pretty much guided us along the path he wanted us to go. We were seeing a good bit of flounder. Now, me personally, I saw a few small flounder, and I was going around the ship looking for some flounder. When I get a tap on the shoulder, and I didn't have my camera running, I get a tap on the shoulder, and my buddy Anthony has showed up, and he's tapping me on the shoulder. He's doing a certification dive, advanced open water, and he's finished all his skills, and he's found a flounder, and he's eating it with his knife, and he's tapping me on the shoulder because I have my fish bag. So he throws it in there. He gets another one real quick and throws it in there. And while he is putting his second fish in my bag, I look over and I see a flounder, a good sized flounder, tucked in real tight right up under the edge of the ship. It's kind of hard to get to. I cut my camera on, I see the flounder, but to get in there to him was really tough. I didn't get good footage of me spearing him, but I actually had to just back up and shoot him with the spear gun. I tried everything I could do to just gig him, but he was tucked in there pretty good. But I got a nice sized flounder out of the deal, and a fun story to boot.
Flounder for dinner, baby.
So we finished our dive. Really no more fish to be had or seen. From my personal perspective, I was solo diving. It was a packed boat because our deep dives, this one's about 95 feet, I think, 90 to 95 feet. Low visibility, so there were a lot of spear fishermen, a lot of scuba divers, and usually when that happens, the fish kind of scatter and they go and hide. a beautiful day nonetheless.
I've seen you on YouTube.
Me?
So we get back on the boat. We pack up all our gear and get ready for the long trip back in, which was fun. And when I got to the dock, of course, we start cleaning fish. So here's a look at how I like to clean flounder. Now there's two options here basically. Some people fillet it just like a normal fish. You start at the top dorsal fin, you work your way down across the ribs and all that. But I like to start along the center spine, cut the top fillet off, then cut the bottom fillet off, flip the flounder over, do the same thing on the bottom because you get 4 good fillets off of a flounder.
Alright, let's knock the sides off of this flounder. We'll take this top fillet and let you guys see some flounder meat. So what you want to do is just follow that real quick.
And of course it wouldn't be a catch, clean, and cook without the cooking part. This was just 4 fillets, 1 flounder, so I do my typical quick fry, pan seared with some Tony Caceres or Tony Caceres. Tony Sass is what we all call it. It's a Cajun seasoning. I love it. Some Kerrygold garlic and herb butter in the pan with a squeeze of lemon. We take it, we sear it off, and we enjoy our flounder. That's the way I personally like to cook it when I'm doing a quick cook, and it was great. So there you have it. If you're ever in the Myrtle Beach area, I highly suggest Express Water Sports, and I highly recommend you going to the BP25 if it is an option. Usually the deeper dives are weekend dives, and a lot of the locals, the tech divers, love to do the deeper dives, so you end up with a more full boat, but it's a lot more fun because all the locals are there and we have fun laughing, cutting up, joking around, doing the things we like to do. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I am blessed and honored to have each one of you taking time out of your day to watch the videos. Please like, subscribe, comment as always. And listen, friends, life is an adventure. You have to get off the couch and go live it. I'll see you in the next adventure.